Welcome friends, LostScarf's here, and it's time for the top 10 of 2017. Now the way this works is, they didn't come out in 2017 necessarily, it's that we played them in 2017. That's the big key here, and that's everything we have played. Everything. That means the one-shots, LPs, Scarf plays, bountiful research, just whatever we played, it's on here. So, well, it has a chance to be on here. But before we get to the top 10, here's the honorable mentions from the bottom to the top, what almost got there but did not get there. And they are Fortnite, fun idea, played it a lot. Halcyon 6, that's on the top 10 one-shots. Sexy Brutal, fun idea, played it, we LP'd it, pretty fun, pretty interesting, didn't make it. Mutant Football League, great nostalgia going on here. We're going to be playing this during the Super Bowl. Vanquish, great platinum game, enjoyed it, but didn't make it. Fire Emblem Heroes, fun phone game, the second I fell behind on that, stopped playing it. Bayonetta, it's Bayonetta. Stay DPRK, this game is so wrong and so right in all the right places. Destiny 2, really like the game, a lot of crappy things they're doing right now. Path of Exile, if you love Diablo, you gotta play this game. It's for free, it is addicting, it is really fun, love it so much. Professor Layton, like the puzzles also hate me. Total Warhammer 2, on the one-shot list. PUBG, this is the most flawed game that is also a fun game. It's like the best, worst game everybody likes. Polygon is not a 10. Hand of Fate 2, also on the one-shot list. XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, really hard, a lot of content, really fun, a lot of content, so much clutter, but it's fun. Nier Automata, the fact it's not in the top 10, everyone will hate me about that. It's fun, it's good, it's not that good. Mario Rabbids, really good XCOM-like game, very fun. I really like it, Rabbid Peach all the way. Fire Emblem Warriors, Dynasty Warriors and Fire Emblem, really fun, almost made it. Sniper Elite 4, that's on the one-shot top 10 list. Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO, we have spent at least 200 hours on that game. I really like that game. I spent so much time on that game, but it has its flaws, and it's basically number 11. That's the top 10, the pre-top 10, that's the honorable mentions right there. All that's left is the cream of the crop, and I bet you're wondering what those are. Make your guesses. Alright, let's get going. Number 10. Phoenix Wright. That's right, we're counting Phoenix Wright 1 and 2 for this. Phoenix Wright has been really fun to play. We've been doing voice LPs for it, it's really fun. Just the game itself. There's really funny moments there, the characters are really great and memorable, you enjoy them a lot. When you get to those cases, when you get to the final days of those cases, they get so intense and so high pressure. It is just kind of nuts, and it just does tension really well, and does humor very well. And it's just really good. They're really good games. I really like a lot of the characters. I like a lot of what's going on. Certain things, I think maybe translation errors don't go so well, but it's a really fun game. I really like the game a lot, and we'll see more in 2018, so we'll see if we still count it for 2018, I don't know, but the surprise moments, the twists, the turns, sometimes you maybe figure out what's going to happen, sometimes you don't. It is amazing. It has been a fun LP, and I can't wait to see more of this game, play more of these games in 2018, and so that's why it's number 10. Number 9, A Hat in Time, everybody! It's time for A Hat in Time by Gears for Breakfast. A Hat in Time came out of nowhere, kind of. I was following their development for 2 years. I saw them like, oh, that looks cute, and I followed them, and I've been following, and their game finally comes out, and it is so cute, and so fun, and so ridiculous, and cute again, and has so many fun ideas going on with it. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun to play. It was challenging as well. There's some good humor to it. There's a bit of a darkness to it. And I just enjoyed it. And the voice acting was just great. I really enjoyed it. It just touched this area, this youthfulness, this childlike glee. And then, of course, there's Workshop that makes the game even better. There's so many fun things that have been going on with A Hat in Time. I hope they just make all the money. I hope they make a sequel. I hope they make other games. I want them all to be successful. Everyone attached to A Hat in Time, I hope they're successful and they make a lot of games, because this was something special. They've been working on it for years, and it shows. There is some bugginess with the camera. That's the one problem with the game, is the camera, but it is hard to make a good camera in an adventure platformer like that game. But it is so fun. I really enjoyed it. We 100%ed the game. That's how much I liked it. We 100%ed it. We LP'd the whole thing. It's just so fun. The Hat Girl, Mustache Girl, the Mafia. Freaking, what's the guy? The Halloween guy. That guy's great. That final fight with him is amazing. The fight with the bathroom's amazing. It is such a fun game. The soundtrack is amazing. I think my favorite level has to be the train. Has to be the bomb on the train. That is my favorite one. Every level of the train was great. I could gush for a while. It was such a good game. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I felt so much glee, and that's what's important. So, Hat in Time at number 9. So good. Just so good. I hope they become all-stars. Number 8. Cuphead. Cuphead is amazing. From Studio MDHR Entertainment, it is a heck of a game. But ignoring, the fact that the developers put so much risk on their lives to get there, that it took 4 to 5 years to make, that the fandom is pretty bad, that just so much with this game, so many controversies, the fact you can't beat it on easy, ignoring all that, it is an amazing game. It is an incredible game. I love this game. This game was made for a person like me. Somebody who's played Contra, Gunstar Heroes, Alien Soldier. It's very much like Alien Soldier. Games where it's run and gun, dealing with a lot of crap shooting at you, fighting bosses. Alien Soldier is the perfect example into what this game is one-to-one, because it's nothing but boss fights as well. It is so fun. It is so rewarding to play this game. It is such a perfectionist dream. You just try and try and try again, trying to get those S's, trying to be perfect on expert, and you don't feel like the game's BS. You feel like it's on you for making mistakes. There's only 1 or 2 things that I felt really were maybe BS, and once I figure them out, it'll be fine. But there are things I feel like a little bit, but for the most part, this game is so well crafted, especially animation-wise. Amazingly well crafted. Music-wise, so well crafted. The soundtrack for this game is the best of the year. It beats everything else for me. It beats everything else, and there were some amazing soundtracks. Amazing soundtracks. Just every song for every level was great. I can tell you some of them just tell me just a couple of the bars of the music, and I'll tell you what boss fight it is, because I enjoyed playing them so much. It is just such a good game. It's so great. I'm glad they took the time to make it so good. The game itself is amazing. It's made for a person like me. I love this game. It is a game that I've put in a lot of effort to 100%, and I feel satisfaction with it. Like, I don't feel like I've wasted any time. I feel like when I make a mistake, I made the mistake. That's what I feel, and I like that feeling. I like that a game like that exists in the current, and it's just so good. It deserves to be number 8. It is so good. Number 7. Are you gonna hate me or not that number 7 is Super Mario Odyssey? I don't know. Super Mario Odyssey is fun. I really like this game. It fills me with childlike glee, just like A Hat in Time, but in a different way. It's just because I've been playing the Mario games for like all my life. It's really fun. I enjoy the 2D parts. I enjoy the hat parts. I enjoy the different things you can be. The variety of changing into these different creatures with these hat grabs is awesome. My favorite one has to be the T-Rex, just because it's T-Rex. I like you can get the lava thing, when you go to the Hammer Bros. There's so many fun ones. But my favorite part of the game has got to be New Dock City, when you do the Jump Superstar. That moment is just the moment for me. I nostalgia tripped so hard on that part. I really like the game. New Donk City itself, just everything about it is really fun. The worlds are fun in general. I like the game a lot. I really enjoyed it. I just liked it a lot. It's the best way I can put it. It's well polished, very fun, good platforming, so many transformations, great variety. The boss fights are pretty fun as well. Just how big the worlds are is kind of amazing. The number of moons you can get. Holy crap at the number of moons you can get in this game. A bit ridiculous. If I do have complaints, I do feel like I wish there's a little bit more character, a little bit more humor. I feel like there could be more with Mario and Cappy. I feel like there could be more with Mario and other characters in general. There could be more character interaction, but for some people it's all about the gameplay anyway, so when it comes to the gameplay, it's pretty solid, and doing the little tricks with all the jumps is pretty cool too. And I've just enjoyed the game in general. It's a good game. Super Mario Odyssey at number 7. Number 6. Life is Strange. Life is Strange was a heck of a ride. Square Enix, holy crap, what was it? Don't Nod? Wow. Wow. Surprised the heck out of me, this game. Just, holy crap. The voice acting is amazing. Just some of the emotional impact of that game, wow. The music was well done in there. Great character animations, just great story, great premise. when the game starts out, I'm like, you're just doing slice of life, okay, whatever. And then the shoe drops and time powers happen. I'm like, whoa, I'm in. I'm interested. I am, yeah, okay, let's see where this goes. And just, Max, people think Max is boring, but I think Max is the most interesting character. Chloe is outwardly interesting, but Max has so much going on underneath. And she's such a fun character. I want to see more of Max, though I'm sure 2 won't have to do with her. There's so much going on with Max, and you just understand so much about her and her nuance if you just listen to everything she says, read everything about her, everything she writes and everything. Such an interesting character, and her character arc is something else. The twists, the turns, all that stuff going on. I just hate the ending. I hate the ending. I just don't like the ending. Oh my god. That's what lowers it on the list. I really, really, really like this game, except for the ending. And that's kind of how it is with some things. Some things the ending just ruins it for you, and this is one of them. But I love this game so much. The voice acting, so you know me, I really like voice acting, and the voice acting is top level, top notch in this thing. It's incredible, the emotions they pull out of their characters. It's so good. I just liked it. Like, I, of course, have never been a girl, but I've been a teenager, and I feel so much for these characters. I feel so much like I've been there kind of feelings at times in this thing, and it's just, it did it so well. They did a very good job with that, and I just really liked it a lot. Life is Strange at number 6. Great job. Number 5. Divinity Original Sin 2 by Larian. What can I say that I didn't say in the one-shot top 10? What can I say? It is an amazing game. There is so much going on here. It is the perfect sequel. From 1 to 2. When they made Original Sin 1, it was a good game. Then over time, they kept updating Original Sin 1. They kept adding more. They polished it more. They added more voice lines to the point that it was 100% voiced, and they just kept making more things to make that game better. And 2 is everything they learned from 1, but even better. More polish. It's just a fun game. They change a couple powers around a little bit, and just how your characters work a little bit, but it is so freaking good. Divinity Original Sin 2 is just such a fun game, and the awesome thing is, you can play with up to 4 players. You can each control one of the RPG characters and do the story and do whatever you want and have fun, and it's awesome. And there's so much to explore and so many interesting characters and so much fun things to do. And there's a richness to this world. There's a richness to its characters, and it's awesome. There is just a lot going on and just a lot of different powers. It is just awesome what the different things you can do that will affect the game, and I really like it a lot, and it's just good. And then there's the characters that have story elements about them. There's a couple just characters that have backstory and everything, and you can have them in your party, or you can be them as your character instead of making your own. And it's just awesome. It is just so awesome. There's so much creativity going on with this game. I like it so much. And again, you can have up to 4 people or just on your own. It's something else. And that's not even mentioning the D&D mode. There's a Dungeon Master mode where you could just do D&D stuff basically with this thing. That is so cool. There's so much potential to this game, and just doing it over and over again. Me and Jinx have co-opted this game. We've spent 60 hours on the game. We're not even done with the game. There's still so much more to do in this game, and even if we finish it, we could go back and do another run with different ideas and different things, and it would be a different game in a lot of ways. And we could do another run and another one. There's so much potential for replayability of this thing, and it's such a big game. It is great value. Divinity Original Sin 2 is awesome, and it deserves to be at the position of number 5. Number 4. We Killing Nazis! Wolfenstein 2! Oh yeah, that has gotta be number 4. This is such a great game! Wolfenstein 2. Okay, so Wolfenstein 2 is everything about 1. Like, it's no sequel. Everything about 1 and better. But a little bit more, and maybe a little more gratuitous. There are a couple points in Wolfenstein 2 that might be a bit too much and could have been dialed back a little bit and would have been fine. But it goes a little bit too far, I feel. But it's still a really good game. It's just a little too crazy that it gets a little too absurd and you lose some of the ability to take it a little seriously. But it's so good. Aside from a little bit of bugginess and being a little too gratuitous, I feel like it is an amazing game. It is amazing. And yeah, like the dog scene and just some of Billy's backstory, I feel like you didn't really need that to really understand who Billy is. There are some things that just didn't need it. Now, enough of the gripes though. It is just a fun game. It is fun running around shooting Nazis, killing Nazis, murdering Nazis, horribly destroying Nazis. And I like a lot of the thematic things going on with the game. things are going on in the first half, things are going on in the second half, just some of the underneath things about what's going on, and just reading the different material, and just the voice acting is amazing, and the character interactions. I really like the game a lot. It's just such a fun game, and it's just your heart's pounding with a lot of the fun of it. There's so many interesting and creative ideas going on in that game. The first level is so creative and just so fun and just something else. It is so freaking good. When you get to it's in the trailer, like the diner, like prior to the diner, all that stuff going on there, that is amazing. And when you go to the farm, and there's so many good points. There's so many amazing points. It's just so good. And the gameplay is just satisfying. It is so fun running around and shooting Nazis. And the different weapons are all fun in different ways. I like the upgrades you can do to them. And the special equipment you get later on. It's just a fun game. I was never frustrated with this game. I just enjoyed it. Even when I failed, I enjoyed this game. It just felt fun. It was amazing catharsis. That's exactly what this game is. This game is catharsis. 100% pure catharsis. And it is just so fun and so... You feel something playing this game. It is great. And I can't wait to see number 3. It deserves to be at the 4th spot. It is just fun. Number 3... Ghost Trick! Oh my god, Ghost Trick is amazing! Ghost Trick is amazing. Ghost Trick came out, like, a long time ago. But it's after, like, a couple of the Phoenix Wright games. So, it is, like, this perfect culmination of storytelling and character work and writing and dialogue from just all the years they've learned to do Phoenix Wright in Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick is such a fun and creative game. A great idea. It is a great mystery. I was riveted. We played this game 1 hour a day, just daily, LPing this thing, and I could not stop. I wanted to do the next one, and I wanted to do the next one. I wanted to do the next one. I wanted to know what's going to happen next, what's going to come up next. The mystery just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We got answers, but we'd get more mystery. And I'm satisfied with that game. It is so rare for a game to make so many questions and then satisfy with the answers. I really, really liked Ghost Trick. The gameplay's fun, had a bit of trouble with the puzzles and everything, but not too much. I enjoyed that game a lot, and I really enjoyed the characters. Missile number 1, of course. It's such a good game. It's such a good game. I really... That game made an impact. It really did. I really like the game. I'd love to see a Ghost Trick 2. Of course, you can't do the same premise as 1, but... At least storyline-wise, because all the twists and turns, but... It is so good. I would really like to see another Ghost Trick. It is an amazing piece of work. The music's amazing. The characters are great, well written. They're very funny, very interesting. The movement, the art style, the interactions. I was just riveted. I was just on the edge of my seat the entire time. It is that good book. It is that good story. It was just so good, and that's why it's number 3, because it was just so dang good. Ghost Trick, everybody. Number 3. You gotta play it yourself. So good. Number 2. I'm sorry, there's a tie. Number 1 and 2 are tied. I cannot decide who's better. And that is gonna cause some trouble. Number 1 and 2. These two games are just too good in different ways. Very different ways. And no one is gonna like that there's a tie. Nobody is. Nobody. But I cannot. I cannot choose between these two games. They were just so freaking good in different ways. One touched my soul. In so many ways, it was just way too familiar on a lot of things. It was just that I've been there. I know this feeling. I know a lot of these feelings. It was just so much down, underneath, in the center. And the other one amazed me and made me feel so much glee and so much amazement. And it was just hours and hours and hours of fun and joy and entertainment. And I just could not get enough of that game. And we spent so many hours on that game. And those games, they are Night in the Woods and Breath of the Wild. Of course they are! Of course they are! These two games are just too ridiculous! They really are! But let's just do them. Let's just talk about why each one's so great. So, Night in the Woods. It touched me on the inside. Just deep in the core, just in there. It touched things I've thought about, I've felt, I have known in my life, I have done in my life, that has happened around me, that has happened to me, that I've done to others. It was so relatable in so many ways, in so many characters. Every character felt real and alive because of something about them that reminded me of myself or someone I knew. May is just such a relatable character. Greg is, Bee is, Angus is, the parents, there are so many things going on. May with her thoughts on the inside. May with that, I can't remember the name of the bear guy with the constellations. That guy, just the interaction between her and a teacher. There were so many things in there that were just memorable and just felt so familiar and so real. And there's times where May just screws up, like the big moments where May makes those mistakes and May just is an F up and just wow at the things that she does and the things she says and at how you can't prevent some of them. Like, it's either, do I F up this way or do I F up that way? The music's really good. The world just feels great. And it is such a Stephen King novel. That's the way I always put it. It just feels like one. From start to finish, it just feels like a Stephen King novel, and it plays like one, and it's good, and it's satisfying. Even if some people, I don't know, I felt the ending was satisfying. I really do. A lot happens, things happen, things get resolved, there are still questions, but at the end of the day, it was a heck of a ride, and it was a really fun game. I just really liked it. The dream sequences were great, kind of crazy. The different random little things you can do, the character interactions, just the times you spend with people is just so good. Oh, Germ. Germ is nuts. Freaking Germ. I enjoyed LPing this game. It got in deeper than Life is Strange did. That's why it's higher up on the list than Life is Strange. Because it touched things that not even Life is Strange could touch. Despite the fact how crazy that game is, how emotional that game is. Well, Night in the Woods was able to achieve that without voice acting, was able to achieve that just on writing and how the characters move and interact and react to things. Because they, even though they're animals and their characters are animals and they don't do a lot of facial things, there's still little subtle movements with the characters that show you exactly what they're feeling and what they're thinking and saying. And it's done so well and so impressively. It's just such a great job. And that's why it's tied at number 1 and 2. It's why it's tied. It is a game worth playing. Just wow. That's all I can say is wow. Now we gotta talk about Breath of the Wild. Everything Night in the Woods did on the smaller scale, on just that way of things, Breath of the Wild did it all on the bigger scale. Everything, the epic way of everything was so good. There were so many things to do in Breath of the Wild. When you get out there and you see the big shot and you're like, everything the light touches, I can go to. Everything I can see is something I can go and interact with, I can do. There is so much to do in this game. This is another one of those year games. One of those games you could spend your entire year playing because there's so much to do. Oh my god, there's like, the cooking system alone is pretty dang cool. I like the amount of work they put into the cooking system. That's so great. I like the variety of weapons you can play with. I'm fine with the weapons being breakable, because if they're not breakable, you're never going to change weapons ever. You're never going to change weapons. I like all different weapons. I like that the enemies learn, the AI learns. You just do you do the same trick a couple times, they figure it out, and then they get you for it. That is something I really like. I liked a lot of the emergent gameplay, just the random fun things that could happen with physics, with the different abilities that you have that comes up. I like that you get the abilities very early on, too. So you get to just play with a lot of things very quickly and very early. There is just so much, and all the different little interactions in that game. Like the lightning storms and metal. Like, that can get you killed. Or the what's it called? The shield riding was really cool. Or wooden weapons get burned. Or just little nuances of, what are the words I'm trying to think of? Like that gloober thing, like it sucks in your weapon and it cleans off the rust on it. That was really cool. Just character interactions, riding your horses, just the physics. There's all the puzzles in the temples is really cool. The characters are really great as well. I feel like you could have gotten more. There could be more character though. There could be more. Link himself is a great character. but there's not enough of the other characters. You get only a little bit of them. The DLC, I'm sure, fleshes that all out a lot. I'm sure it does, but for the base game itself, there could be a little bit more Mipha, there could be a little bit more Urbosa, a little bit more guy I don't remember, a little bit more Rivali. It's such a good game. It's such a big game. It is so well polished. There is so much architecture that they put the work into. The concept of just as you're going around the game and everything, there's always something around the corner to go like, oh, I want to go do that. I want to go do that. That is so awesome. There's so many things you want to do. There's so many things that you can do that you do. And it's just so fun. And then the little Koroks are awesome. The little Koroks are amazing. Love the little Koroks. The boss fights feel epic. The final battle feels epic. Those beasts are just amazing. Climbing mountains, just so much to do. It is just so amazing. On the grander scale, on the bigger scale, this game is, of course, a game of the year. It does so much. It is just so fun and gives you so much enjoyment to do. It's just great. It is an awesome game. It is an awesome, awesome game. It is, thankfully, this is the first game that a lot of people got with the Switch. This blew everything out of the water with the Switch. It is just so good. It is so good. I played it on the Wii, of course, but it's such a good game. And Zelda is an actual character. Like, you get to see, she has emotions. She actually feels things and stuff. You can look at her diary. You can understand more about Zelda through those things and the past memories and everything. You get more about Zelda. I really wish there was a Zelda-specific DLC where now you're Zelda just running around, because you stopped Ganon. Now it's just running around and just becoming a stronger queen, a princess. Like, she's got to be the queen now. I would like to see a DLC with just her being her and seeing what she's capable of and doing. That would be great. This is the most fleshed out Zelda we've gotten in a long while. It definitely is. And it's great. It's a great game. Amazing music. Great visuals. So many memorable characters. So many great interactions. It's just good. It is just so dang good. And there are different sides of the coin here. Just different ways of just games being made. One is made by the giant studio. One's made by just a couple people. A lot of it's on the inside. A lot of this is on the outside. Grandest scale, small scale. None was just a couple people in a town. Breath of the Wild is an entire kingdom, an entire world. But both are just so amazing. Truly blessed to have played both of these games. Blessed to have played all of these games in 2017. It was a hell of a year. It was an amazing year. There were crappy things, of course, near the end with Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, 2K doing some BS, Take-Two doing some BS. There was some BS at the end of this year. But in the grand scheme, this was the rise of Switch. In the grand scheme, Nine in the Woods, in the grand scheme, so many amazing games came out this year. Let me just go back to my list. Divinity Original Sin 2, that came out this year. That was amazing. Wolfenstein 2, Cuphead, A Hat in Time, Sniper Elite 4, the Fire Emblem games, Mario Rabbids. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that game coming. XCOM War of the Chosen. This came back. XCOM 2 War of the Chosen is such an amazing game. It makes that game so much more complete. So good. Nier Automata. That's a good game. A lot of people really like that game. Total Warhammer 2 for me, really good. It was just such a magical time. 2017 was an amazing year. I'm so excited for 2018. It was so damn good. I'm looking forward to 2018. I cannot wait to see what comes up next. I already know some of the games I can't wait for already. They're going to be early in the year. It's a good year. 2017 was a good year. Great games. At the end of the day, you're not going to agree. I don't think anyone's going to agree with Breath of the Wild and Night in the Woods being tied for 1 and 2. But for me, right here, they both are. They were so good. Is this where the heart is? It's down here. It's around here. It's around there. They were both so damn good, and they made me feel so many emotions. They were the tops. So there you go. That right there is the top 10 of 2017. I had fun talking. Hope you had fun watching and listening. What are your opinions? Let me know. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.